Okay, good day. Welcome to our recorded video. So we are in our third topic. So we will discuss first the ellipse because ellipse is somehow similar or have a same concept of circles. But the eccentricity of ellipse is from between 0 and 1. Okay, so as you can recall, the eccentricity of circle is 0, so it's okay to have our ellipse because the next the next conic section after the circle from eccentricity is the ellipse. So in this topic, no, we will define an ellipse. We will determine the standard form and general form of an equation of an ellipse. We will graph the ellipse in the real coordinate system, or we can also call it the rectangular coordinate system. Then we will do a transformation of their equations from standard form into the general equation and vice versa, from a general equation to standard form. So topic outline, definition of terms, properties of the ellipse, then derivation of equations. So most of the derivation of equation will be happen on our face-to-face class, but some of the equation we need to derive for our assignment today is given on this slide. Then we will do the graphing, then transformation of standard form to general form and vice versa will be uploaded on the next video. So again, ellipse, as you can see on the screen, it is a set of all points, which is the sum of their distance from each foci is equal or it is constant around the ellipse. For example, yung distance nga natin dyan, di ba iniisip natin, yung orange and violet na line ay isa lang siyang tali. Kaya kung yung tali na yan, paikutin mo man yan sa half ng ellipse, di ba? Equal pa rin yan. Constant pa rin yan. Okay? So, as we all know, let F1 and F2 be the two distinct points that we call the focus. Pag plural, foci. Then, the set of all points, yung P natin. So, yung F1 to P, may distance po yan. I-add lang natin. Plus, yung F2 to P, pag pinag-add, equal kay 2A. Okay? Next. Ellipse, according to Kepler, it is discovered that the orbit of planet around the sun is an ellipse. So, even in our architectural designs in Philippines, kung mapapansin nyo, elliptical road sa Quezon City, the Philippine Arenas, the sports stadium natin, di ba? It is an elliptical shape. So, mathematics has a precise definition of ellipse. So, it is also defined nga that the constant sum is greater than the distance between the two foci. So, what are the property of ellipse? So, let's consider first, we have a halfway between the two foci and tinatawag nga natin yung center ng ating ellipse. The points where the curve crosses the principal. Maganda siguro pakita natin. Ayan. So first, di ba? Ito yung two foci natin. Foci 1, foci 2. Yung midpoint niyan, nandun po yung tinatawag nating center. Like sa circle, may center din tayo. Dito naman sa ellipse, may center din tayo. The points where the curve crosses the principal axis are called vertices. Pag plural form the word vertex. So, yung vertex natin, kung nasan po yung principal axis, kung sino yung pinakamalaking axis, kung may pinakamahaba, nandoon po yung ating vertices. And take note, nandun din po yung focus natin. Ayan. Then, the line perpendicular to the principal axis at the center is the conjugate axis o tinatawag nating minor axis. So, this one naman po ang tinatawag nating conjugate axis or yung minor axis, which is mas maliit po kay major axis. Where the points where the curve crosses the conjugate axis ay tinatawag nating intercepts. So, ito yung mga intercepts or tinatawag nating co-vertices. Okay? So, I use different terms kasi sa different books I use different reference for you to recall or to be familiarized for the terms na ginagamit mo nila. Aside from that, let's move on. So the standard form for ellipse, which the center at origin is equal to x squared all over a squared plus y squared all over b squared is equal to 1. So this formula will be discussed on our face-to-face class, how it came up. But if you can recall the discussion of our first quiz about the ellipse given, no, it's somehow similar. Okay? So, where A and B are positive and A should not be equal to B. Because if A is equal to B, it will become what shape? Magiging circle na po yan. Okay? So, we have two cases. So, two special cases of the ellipse, especially our center is at origin. First, when the principal axis is the x-axis, and second, when the principal axis is the y-axis. Ibig sabihin, yung ellipse natin dito, pag principal axis daw yung x, ano nangyayari? So, let's somehow draw, no? Kung x po iyan, yan yung pinakamahaba. Ibig sabihin, dyan yung pinaka-elongated. So, ibig sabihin, naka-horizontal yung ating ellipse. Okay? Paano naman po kapag yung principal axis natin ay y, di ba? Yan yung y. So, somehow dyan, nakatayo yung ellipse natin. Therefore, naka-vertical ellipse tayo. Okay? Please take note of that. Next. So, when the principal axis is the x-axis, as you can see on our screen, so ayan yung magiging shapes natin. So, we denoted different points. So, let's discuss that. The constant sum of the distance from any point of the ellipse to the two foci is equal to 2a. So, ito pong distance na to. Sorry. For a while. Ayan. So, yung distance na to, at ito ay equal daw po kay 2a. Aside from that, with the principal axis at x, so as you can see, x-axis lang yung pinakagamit natin. Diba? X-axis. And next, for a while, ayan. Nangyari. Sorry. Let's play. Ayan. Okay. So, the center at origin, as you can see, 0, 0 po yung ating center dito. Sa intersection ng x and y axis natin siya. So, ito yan. And then, next, the foci are denoted at f sub 1 and f sub 2, which is, take note that pag yung foci ang tinutukoy natin, letter C po yung value niya. I mean, C yung denotation natin. As you can see. So, ito yung f sub 1, f sub 2, and f sub 1. So, pag nasa x-axis siya, tandaan nyo, x yung may value. Yung 0, yung y ay 0. Okay? And take note, nangyayari lang to kapag yung origin natin ay nasa, yung center natin ay nasa origin. Next. The vertices are denoted as v sub 1 and v sub 2. And take note na A ang ginagamit natin kapag nasa x tayo. So, lahat ng value ng A na point na around sa x, ginagamit natin yung A. Okay? So, ito po makikita nyo dito. V2 and V1. A yung gamit natin. And lastly, the y-intercept or the kinatawag natin co-vertices, ginagamit natin yung B sub 1 and B sub 2. And ang may value naman dyan yung V natin. B as in B. Okay? Ito po yun. Next. Aside from that, the major principal axis is please take note, no? The line segment that join the vertices. The line segment na magdidi up pagsasamahin natin yung vertices. Itong part na yan. Okay? So, from this point up to this point. Next. Minor axis or the secondary axis or tinawagan natin conjugate axis. So, mas maganda siguro gamitin natin yung conjugate. Palitan natin. Conjugate. The line segment joining the intercepts or the co-vertices. Pwede natin gamitin yung co-vertices. So, ito naman po yun. And the line segment, no, na tinutukoy natin doon, yung V to V, equal po yung kay 2A. So, pag pinag-add po natin yung point na yan, itong line na yan, up to dito, or yung isang buong line na yan, equal dapat yan kay 2A. Okay? And yung V sub 1 to V sub 2 line segment naman natin na nasa taas, itong part na to, equal naman siya kay 2B. Okay. Next. Since the constant sum is greater than the distance between the foci, so ibig sabihin, yung A, mas malaki dapat yung kay C, kung makikita nyo naman, and yung A, mas malaki din kay B. Tignan mo, ito yung A, ito yung buong yung A na yon. Ito yung buong A na yon. Ito lang yung C. Obviously, di ba mas mahaba yung A? Ito yung A, ito lang yung B. So, kung titignan naman natin, mas mahaba talaga si A kaysa kay B. Therefore, please take note our lengths. So, it is equal to A squared plus B squared plus C squared. Any question? Okay. So, from this point, please take note of this lengths kasi kailangan natin siya later on. Kasi kapag unknown yung A, ayan yung gagamitin natin yung formula. Pag unknown yung B, ayan yung gagamitin natin. And yung C, ayan yung gagamitin natin. Again, si A, saan tumutukoy siya? Sa vertex natin. No? Sa vertices. Si B, tumutukoy sa co-vertices natin. And si C, tumutukoy sa ating foci. Okay? So, let's have this question. How do you construct the graph of the ellipse? So, using our standard equation, which is x squared all over a squared plus y squared all over b squared is equal to 1, where a should be greater than 2b. So, the principal axis should be an x-axis or naka-horizontal ellipse tayo. So, first, you need to locate the vertices first and co-vertices. So, yung mga endpoints mo na yung kailangan natin i-locate. And after that, join the points by a smooth curve. So, as of now, wala naman tayong wala yatang na-invento na compass for it. So, but you can use tracing na lang to be familiarized for ellipse. So, in our assignment, no, kindly input all the points. So, pati yung foci, co-vertices, and vertices para na-visualize nyo pa rin. Aside from that, if we substitute x with negative x and y with negative y on the equation below, what do we get? So, even we substitute it, so let's substitute, di ba? Magiging negative x squared na siya, then negative y squared, and negative x squared and negative y squared, pag we perform the operations, it will still positive. So, therefore, the equation does not change, or it is still the same, implying that the ellipse whose center is at origin has symmetry with respect to the x-axis, y-axis, and the origin. Okay? So, let's have our first example. So, find the standard form of the equation of an ellipse with foci at positive negative 3, 0, and the vertices at the positive negative 5, 0. So, and sketch the graph. From this given, ano mga value meron tayo? We have the f, the foci. So, yun yung positive negative 3, then 0 sa y. Then, we have the vertices. So, positive negative 5 sa x and 0 sa y. Therefore, the principal axis natin ay nasa x-axis. Kumbaga, nasa x yung pinaka elongated niya. Okay? So the value of C will be 3 kasi 3 yung ating f. Then the value of A, which is 5 kasi yung vertex natin ay positive 5 and negative 5. Take note, no? Kaya wala man tayong sinasolve dito kasi 0 yung starting point natin. So, if I can write again here. So, for example, ito yung Cartesian plane natin. Ito 0 lang po kasi yan. So, nandito yung negative 3, nandito yung 3, nandito yung 5, nandito yung 5. Negative 5. So, kung bibilangin niya papunta dito, di ba ito yung C? 3 pa rin niya kasi sa 0 naman tayo nagsimula. And kung dito naman tayo magbibilang sa pakabila, pagpunta dyan, automatic yan yung A. So, magiging 5 lang din yan. So, madali po mag-compute kapag yung center natin is nasa origin. So, ang wala sa atin ay yung tinatawag nating co-vertices. So, hindi natin magagraph, no? Paano natin igagraph yan? Paano to? Ito yung tinatawag nating B, di ba? Hinahanap natin ngayon. Yan. So, earlier, I give you an formula to find those lengths. So, gagamitin natin yung A squared is equal to V squared plus C squared. Kasi tandaan natin si A squared yung pinakamalaki, di ba? So, equate lang natin siya sa two lengths ng length ng co-vertices na naka-squared plus yung length ng foci natin na naka-squared. Then, respective dapat sila or nag-start sila pareho sa center natin. Okay? So, using the transposition, we can have the V squared is equal to A squared minus C squared. So, transpose mo lang yung B, papunta dito. Then, yung A papunta dito. Okay? Next. So, substituting the values of A and C. So, A will be 5 squared minus 3 squared. So, 5 squared is 25. 3 squared is equal to 9. Therefore, B squared will be equal to 25 minus 9 is equal to 16. So, squaring both sides, and makuha natin value, we will get positive, negative 4. So, our B will be positive, negative 4. Hence, ano coordinates niya? So, magiging 0 ang x, kasi dito titignan nyo yung graph natin dito, 0 yung x dyan. Then, positive, negative 4 ang y natin. Okay? So, substituting it into our general equation, we will get the value of A is 5, and the value of B is 4 as we can from our solving, no? So, substitute nyo lang po, magiging x squared over 5 squared plus y squared over 4 squared is equal to 1, or simplifying the 5 squared and 4 squared, magiging x squared over 25 plus y squared over 16 is equal to 1. So, this will be our standard form. Then, graphing it. So, as you can see, pinoint lang natin. Ayan yung mga point din natin kanina. So, kumbaga, sa Cartesian plane natin or sa, ano nyo po, graphing paper nyo po. Ito po yan, pagdikit-dikitin nyo lang yan. Ititrace nyo lang po ganyan. Hindi naman tayo choosy, basta mapakita natin yung mga points, accepted na siya. Or in nicer way, ito po siya. So, let's discuss this graph. Ito yung nakuha nating co-vertices. Ito yan. Then, next, ito naman yung mga foci natin kanina. Then, lastly, this is our vertex na binigay natin kanina. Okay? So, that is for our first example. Okay, let's have more example. Before that, in the example, we multiply, let's multiply the, nasa yung equation natin, x squared over 25 plus y squared over 16 is equal to 1. Multiply natin siya using their LCD. Again, what is the LCD? Pag sinabing LCD, least common denominator. Ibig sabihin, dapat yung parehong value nila, makuha natin. So, pinakamadali para makuha yung least common denominator is 25 times 16. 25 times 16, anong value natin? So, 25 times 16 is equal to 400, kung di ako nagkakamali. Yan. So, 400. So, divide natin siya 400 pareho. Ayan yung makukuha nating equation. So, let's have this. Dito tayo mag-solve. So, times lang natin to ng 400. Both side. So, 400 divided by 25 is 16. Kaya naging 16 x squared. 400 divided by 16, so 25y squared. So, 400 times 1 is equal to 400. Kaya naging ganyan po yung equation natin. Okay? So, we noticed that the following about the equation of an ellipse whose center is at origin. First, again, it is both quadratic. Yung x natin naka-squared, yung y natin naka-squared. Then, the coefficient of x squared and y squared are not equal. Unlike sa ating circle, di ba? Naka-equal to. Pero dito sa ating ellipse, not equal. And please take note, dapat same sign sila. Okay? Kasi pag di na same sign, possible, it will be a hyperbola. Di ba? Then, number 3, there are no x nor y terms. Ibig sabihin, wala tayong x lang, wala tayong y lang. If please take note, yung center natin ay nasa origin. Therefore, the general form of the equation of an ellipse with the center at origin ay equal kay ax squared plus cy squared plus f is equal to 0. So, katulad siya ng center ng ating circle. Pero, please take note, yung a should not be equal to c. Aside from that, a and c have the same sign. Kung positive yung A, dapat yung C natin positive din. Kung negative si A, negative din dapat yung C natin. Okay? So, if we are given the equation of an ellipse in general form, we need to transform it to the standard form or the tinatawag natin center radius yun, di ba, sa circle. So, dito naman, center foci o center vertices yung ating hinahanap. So, in order to obtain the geometric properties needed to sketch the graph. Okay? So, doon natin nakuha kasi yung value ng foci, co-vertices, and vertices. So, let's have example number 2. Solve the length of the major and minor axis of the equation defined by 4x squared plus 9y squared equal to 36. Then determine the vertices, the co-vertices or the y-intercept, and the foci. So, kapag ganito, and then sketch the ellipse in the x and y axis. So, kapag ganito ang ginagawa natin, di ba, dapat equal kay 1 para maging equal kay 1. Divide ba na sila pareho kay 36? So, 4x squared divided by 36 plus 9y squared over 36 is equal to 36 divided by 36. So, magiging, ito ay equal na kay 1. 9 divided by 36, magiging 4. So, dito yung ma-cancel to, 4 yung nasa baba. Then dito, 4 divided by 36. So, magiging 1, 9. So, 9 yung nasa baba. So, our equation will become x squared over 9 plus y squared over 4 is equal to 1. Okay? So, from that, we can find the value of, and divide nga natin 36, value of our vertices. Okay? So, yung b natin is equal to positive negative 3. Sir, paano nakuha yon? So, di ba, divide nga natin dito. No. Mali ako. Pindot ulit. So, let's divide this. So, 36, 36, 36. So, makancel nga ito. Magiging 1. 4 divided by 36 is 9. So, x squared over 9 plus y squared over 4 is equal to 1. So, tandaan nyo, si a, di ba, ay equal kay 9. So, ito ay a squared is equal to 9. Therefore, square root pa pareho, ang a natin magiging positive, negative 3. Next naman, si b squared ay equal kay 4. Ito po yun. Square root pa pareho, makakuha tayong b is equal to positive, negative 2. So, meron na tayong a, meron na tayong b. Ang wala lang natin ay c. Take note, di ba, si A ay para sa vertex natin. Ito naman kay co-vertices, co-vertex natin. Then si C, para kanina ulit si C? Para sa ating foci. So let's find the value of C. So paano ba nakuha si C? Di ba? A squared plus, A squared is equal. Dito natin to. A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared. So, yung yung C ang wala, ito. So, interchange lang natin. Magiging C squared is equal to A squared minus B squared. So, equivalent lang yun kay 9 minus 5. So, 9 minus 4 rather. Kasi ang B squared natin ay 4. So, magiging 5. So, tanggalin natin yung square root. Magiging C is equal to positive, negative square root of 5. Okay? So, as you can see on our next slide, yan yung nakita natin. So, and then, the length of two major axes. So, yung A natin ay 3. So, 2 times 3 is 6. Yung length natin ay, ang B natin ay 2. So, 2 times 2 is 4. Therefore, this will be the graph and the points needed. Okay? So, what if the principal axis is at a y? So, mababaliktad lang. So, mangyari, 2b na po yung magiging equal natin dito. Kasi nakarespect na tayo kay y. So, etong add na to, pag in-add mo yan, equal na po yan kay 2b. And aside from that, origin pa rin natin nasa center. Ang foci naman natin ngayon, magiging 0 yung x, as you can see. Then, may value na yung y natin. Next, ang vertices naman natin ay nasa b. Di ba ginagamit natin ang b lagi sa y-axis? So, mas gagamitin natin ngayon yun. So, ito yun. And, ngayon naman, ang co-vertices natin, denoted as A, capital A. Then, capital A, then may subscript na A sub 1 and A sub 2. Then, A pa rin yung gagamitin natin para kay X, para hindi tayo nalilito. Okay? Then, major axis, ganun pa rin. Ay, nabago lang naman. So, mangyayari, 2b na nga yung length net, no? Di ba kanina? Ito, pag pinag-add to, 2b. At yung next naman, yung minor axis natin, magiging 2e pa rin. So, nagpalit lang sila. Okay. Since the constant of sum is greater than the distance between the two foci, so yung b squared naman yung mas malaki ngayon. B greater than c and b greater than a. So, magiging b squared is equal to a squared plus c squared. So, hindi nyo kailangan memorize to. Tandaan nyo lang lang. Kung sino yung mas mahaba, siya yung naka-squared. Equal mo lang doon sa addition ng ating pinaka-major axis. Okay? So, example number 3, paano naman yung ellipse natin has its foci at 0, positive, negative square root of 12, and the vertices ay nasa 0, positive 4. So, sketch the graph and determine the standard form of the equation. So, dito, ang 0 natin ay x, yung y natin may value ng square root of 12. Then, ang vertex natin ay positive, ang 0, x ay 0, then y is positive, negative 4. Then, therefore, the principal axis is the y kasi yung x natin pareho ay 0. So, let's get the value of, eto, di ba, si f, magiging siya yung c pa rin. before that, wala tayong value ng A. So, kunin natin yung C. So, C squared. So, pag tinanggal natin yung square root, magiging 12 na lang siya. Then, B will become 4. Parang may something dito. Two na lang dapat, yung B. Okay, wait lang Edit natin to. Ay, tama, B. Tapos sa C, square root pa rin. Square root of 12 pa rin. Dito pala yung mali. Sorry. Ito yung square root lang natin. Okay, automatic ko ano yung value kasi nito. Yun yung nasa saan natin. So, wala tayong A. So, using our formula na B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared. So, A natin yung hinahanap natin. So, transpose mo lang si A sa kasi B. So, maging A squared is equal to B squared minus C squared. So, substituting it. So, 4 squared minus square root of 12 squared. So, magiging 16 minus 12. So, 16 minus 12 is equal to 4. Therefore, square root of A squared. Square root mo lang to both sides. So, ano magiging sagot? A will be positive, negative 2. Hence, the covertices are A is equal to positive, negative 2, and Y is 0. So, substituting it, yung B, saka yung A, our standard equation will be x squared over 2 squared plus y squared over 4 squared is equal to 1. So, simplifying it, magiging 2 squared is equal to 4, 4 squared is equal to 16. Then, graphing it. So, ayan po, makita nyo yan. So, dito, let's try to draw. For example, ito yung ating y-axis. So, nandito po yung x-axis. So, example, nandito yung square root of 12. So, nandito yung negative square root of 12. Then, yung 4 natin, nandito. Nandito din yung 4 natin. Then, next, nandito po yung 2 natin. Siyempre, medyo maikli lang. Yan. Ito, negative 2, negative 2. So, tracing them lang, saka natin siya makukuha yung ellipse na paganyan. Okay? Okay. So, katulad nito yan. So, last example before I gave the assignment. So, given the equation, 25x squared plus 9y squared is equal to 225. So, identify the principal axis and determine the following. Then, sketch the graph after ellipse. So, unang tinatanong, length of major axis and minor axis, then coordinate of the foci, vertices, and intercepts. Okay? So, we need to transform it to the standard form. So, divide natin sila para kay 225. So, pag dinivide natin yan para kay 225, let's use the pen. 225, 225, 225. So, ito magiging 1. So, 25 divided 225, 9 yan. So, magiging x squared over 9 plus 9y squared over 225 is y squared over 25 is equal to 1. And take note do, si B mas malaki kay A. Therefore, ang ating, mas malaki to The value na ito, mas malaki kay A. Therefore, our ellipse is vertical. Pag ganyan yung ellipse natin. Okay? And since B is greater than A, the principal axis is y-axis. So, ito, nakuha natin ang 9. So, square root of 9 is 3. Kaya yun yung co-vertices natin. Then, ang 25 yung B natin, di ba? Therefore, yun yung ating pinaka-vertex. Then, foci. Paano nakuha si foci? So, C squared is equal to B squared minus A squared. So, 25 minus 9 or equal kay 16. So, C squared of 16, ang C natin magiging positive, negative 4. Kaya po 4 yun nandito. So, the length, 2 times B. Ang B natin, anong B natin? 2 times B. Hindi yata napalitan ito. Ang B natin ay 3 lang. Ay, Roddy, sorry, ito pala yung B. Ano? Ang B natin ay, ito, nasa Y. So, 2 times 5 equal kay 10. Then, 2 times 3, which is nandito lang, 2 times 3 ay equal kay 6. So, yun yung mga length ng ating axis. Okay? So, for your assignment, deadline niya tomorrow, Monday. So, ayan yung mga time slot natin. So, during your class, except lang sa STEM D. So, kailangan nyo lang ipasa na mas maaga. On a one whole sheet, graphing paper, answer the following problems. Answer and solution must be written on the front of the page. So, wag na po kayo magsulat sa likod. So, part 1, standard equation of ellipse, which center at origin. So, we have ito lang, 2 problem. Find the standard form of the equation of the ellipse with the following geometric properties and sketch the graph. So, yung foci niya daw ay nasa positive, negative 3 and the length of minor axis is 8. Then, foci naman niya ay nasa 0, positive, negative 7 and length ng major axis niya ay 6. Okay? So, kindly submit it na lang. So, you have enough time. So, sir, bakit ngayon nyo lang binigay? As you can see on your schedule, may self-paced learning po kayo from 9 to 11 or 9 to 12. So, we have 3 hours to finish this. So, marami na tayong suspension. Hindi na ako nagagahol na tayo sa topic. Kaya, please be cooperate. Okay? That's all. So, in our class, we will discuss naman yung center at any point. So, before we end the video, these are my reference for this presentation. Okay. Thank you.